Today I'm going to be watching this video. It's called Canadian PSAs Were Weird. And yeah, I've watched a few Canadian PSAs before, and yeah, they're very unique and interesting. Definitely, I think the whole point of a PSA is to be memorable, to be something that sticks in your mind. So whatever you're being advised or warned about, you remember and you follow the advice or whatever. So the ones I've seen before definitely did that, and I can see they would be effective. But yeah, interested to watch this little documentary about it. I'll leave the link in the description to this video. Please go subscribe to the channel.
Hello? Yeah, this is Binky. Phone name Binkus Bonito. No, I'm home alone. It's just me, Binky. Why would he say that? Why would anybody say something like that? What the hell was that?
Don't talk to strangers, because you never know who's on the other line.
It could even be me.
Hi, I'm Gingerpale, and I was once like Binky. Young, dumb, useless, stupid, whatever. Lacking all survival skills and street knowledge necessary to make it to adulthood.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't do that. But luckily, during my age of mushy kid brain, I had the Canadian Public Service announcements to teach me valuable life lessons and scare the absolute shit out of me. But not those ones. I mean more like the educational commercials that were force-fed to me by Big Canada. I'd be sitting there watching some Nanoland, Ed, Edd and Eddy, SpongeBob, and then you just get something like this.
Ever wonder what a bag of crack looks like? In the last 2 years, over 5,000 people in Canada and the US have died from using crack or cocaine. Do yourself a favor. Think about it.
Why would they show that? Why would anyone want to see that?
I get it. No drugs. I choose life.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Yep, dead body. That's just what we thought we would show to the kids today. It's like, how do we get the kids to listen? Sir, we've done some testing and we think we have something. Kids don't like death.
Show proof. And then we just tell the kid that'll happen to him?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's a little bit weird to you.
I mean, no, I get it. Even when I was younger, in the UK, we didn't really have many PSAs, but there was some for sure. I remember one where it was they're driving in a car and then someone in the back of the car is not wearing a seatbelt and they have to brake suddenly and the person in the back goes flying into the back of the driver's seat. Then the driver gets pushed through the windscreen and just dead basically. I'll still remember that, and it still makes me whenever I get into my car, if I've got passengers in the car, I make sure everybody's wearing their seatbelt before I start driving every single time. From that advert, it just stuck in my brain. So yeah, death is definitely an effective deterrent to do things, and when you see it like that, if you're just watching normal TV, enjoying it, whatever, having fun, and then this dead body comes up, you're definitely going to remember it and probably take that advice, I would imagine.
I think it's a little bit weird to use the universal fear of death as motivation to do anything. That's sort of what a death threat is. But it has a good message. Don't do crack. So it's a good death threat. I would say that's an effective PSA. But the problem is, today people consume way more content than they used to, but I don't see nearly as many PSAs as I used to when I was growing up. But today I'd like to go through some of my favorites from growing up to help spread the message to all the binkies out there. But first,
Yeah, so why do you think that is? Is that an active decision by government bodies or whoever would usually put those things on to not do it, or is there just too many platforms they don't know how to get the message in front? Because before it, this time when we're younger, it was only TV people watch really. Then you don't have any choice, you see, but now kids are watching so many different things like YouTube, Netflix, blah blah blah. How do you get that message out? I guess you could just put adverts on YouTube or before shows on Netflix. I don't know, have some sort of collaboration with Netflix, something like that. Or maybe these days, like, they just don't want to scare kids. They find they don't want to kind of psychologically damage children or something like that. Like, I don't have a problem with it, for sure. I've got 2 young children. I want them to be, like, aware of the dangers of different things. Maybe it's just how people put things across. Yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think about it.
Must watch the big debate. He is somehow useless, yet also a great danger to society. We should blow him up. No, he's near sentient, and he didn't mean to cause that earthquake or all those fires or the thing with the children's hospital. We must protect him. I did everything they said I did, and I'd do it again. When I see the news across socials, this is what it looks like to me. I don't know what's going on. I try to look up and find my own voice on a situation, but every comment, clip, and article is so radically leaning one way or the other that it gets really confusing. I need the facts. Luckily, I have Ground News, today's sponsor of the video, to help me out. They're an independent app that gathers all kinds of related articles and compacts them into a single, easy-to-read compare headlines and pay attention to the bias of the media outlets all in one place. That way you can see through the narratives they're trying to... Canada is known for its rocky mountains, friendly people, and our ever-beloved beaver, moose, whatever the national animal is.
Poutine?
No. But there's one national treasure that stains the memory of every kid that grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. Roll the tape, Binky.
Hippos, is it?
It's nighttime, in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it?
What was that?
Just wait.
The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Those live here?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Invasive species.
The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast.
I have peanut butter. I want a house hippo.
Oh, this is gonna crush him.
That looked really real.
Yeah.
But you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you?
What?
That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions. Kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
I feel like that's the... These days with like the proliferation of fake news or AI created videos and stuff like that is like the most important point. I'm already teaching my son, who's 6 years old, just turned 6, about anything, learning facts. If someone tells you something or you watch something, you should always try and check a few different sources and try and get a sort of consensus, or try and get like a better look at things, or a better overview of things. Because he asked me a question and I thought, oh, I'll tell him something that's not true to see what he thinks, and then he just believed it. I say, like, sometimes you need to, like, when you're learning about something, don't just take it from one source, basically. It's a sort of lesson, try to teach him. So I think I might actually let him watch. I think he's probably at the right age to let him watch that House Hippo advert as well. But yeah, it's such an important thing to teach, like, kids to think critically, man. That's like one of my number one priorities for my children, is teaching them to think, not just have one point of view or take that as gospel. It's to try and, like, really educate themselves as much as possible about what they're learning about, take different viewpoints, and then make their own judgment based on that. So maybe that's thinking too much about house hippos, but that's what I kind of
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Binky. Now, the goal of this PSA is to teach kids to not believe everything they see on TV. But they completely missed the mark on that one. They hurt the kids. We were tricked into the idea of cute little house hippos. Tiny little bowls. Living in Canada. They don't even live here. They live in Africa. They're big, not little. They lied about that too. They tried to teach us about lying with lying. That's like... Right? Am I right? I don't know if I was allowed to draw that one. Anyways, not to mention, I also cut out over 30 seconds of extra lore-building details of the house hippo, because everyone knows a good lie is one with a convincing backstory. They told us where they live, what their favorite foods are, and look, they make little beds out of lost mittens and lint. That's adorable. Child me was convinced this hippo was actually swimming in a doggy bowl. I don't know about suitable ecosystems, but I do know that I will be leaving out peanut butter for the house hippo. We got ants. This commercial was like 45 seconds of lies backed by 10 seconds of, oops, just kidding, nothing's real. But I do think it's a great topic to cover. Misinformation is especially prevalent today, because boy do we consume media. It's just that you can achieve that message way quicker. Hello, is this peanut free? Yes, it is peanut free. Okay. Haha, no, it was not. I lied. Do not believe anyone or anything ever and be scared of the world. See, that's a effect.
That's the negative of it, yeah. Like when I was teaching my son that, is like, yeah, you want them to think critically, but you also there's this balance between being able to trust things and not be someone who's like conspiracy theorist and just questioning everything, just blindly questioning. It's getting that kind of balance where you can, like, when you're learning about something or you're watching videos and things, it's like trying to discern what's true and what's not. And again, maybe it's going to become more difficult as time goes on with the rise of AI and things like that. Yeah, also for me, like, I'm not allowing my children, rightly or wrongly, to have access to like social media until they're, well into their teens for sure. And that includes phones and tablets and things. And I feel like a lot of people might think that is overkill, but yeah, I just see too many kids these days just getting like affected negatively, not even just the information they consume, just the physical effects of just being glued to a screen for so long. I just don't see the positives of it, honestly. You can tell me what you think. That might be a deeper conversation to have, and tell me what you think about House Hippos, that campaign, what you remember about it, what the message you got from it was, or did you just think it was cute?
Anyways, I give House Hippo an 8 out of 10. Good message, no death threats. We should make House Hippos real. Staying active is important. It helps you maintain a healthy weight, keeps your heart thumping, and you have the ability to run. Woo! Woo! I'm tired now. Here's a Stay Active PSA that has a nice Italian song that I have to do my best a cappella cover over because I want to avoid the copyright. Enjoy!
Somebody help me!
Hi, this is editing Ginger Pill, and I'm sorry, this bit is really long. I thought it was going to be an absolute home run, thought it was going to be really funny, but, in hindsight, it's just a lot of noise. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Was that offensive?
Maybe, but the Italian song was really the nostalgic part, so I had to try. But the point is, girls are scary, Binky. They have cooties.
Oh, like syphilis.
I don't think you should know that word yet.
I like girls. They smell nice.
Okay, well, if this one doesn't work for you, good news. They made another version that might speak to you. In this one, there's a few kids sitting around. They see an ice cream truck go by. They chase after it, and then they can't catch up. Because you'd never knowed. They didn't know. But now we know that running isn't just good for running away from things that we don't want, but also good for running towards things that we do want. Although I find it odd that this ice cream man completely missed the children. That's like his whole job. Demand is high, but the supplier ain't supplying. This one do anything for you, Binky?
Ice cream goes in one end and explodes out the other.
Well said. And guess what? There's another version. Okay, again, it's just the same thing, but now he's chasing after a Pokemon card. And he doesn't get it. But the trifecta is complete. Reasons to stay active are run from girls, get ice cream, and catch Pokemon
I
cards.
feel like the one where he's being chased with the girls might be like these days about consent, man, just getting chased by these girls who want to kiss him or something like that. But yeah, like the message, yeah, again, is very important these days with like the rise of being overweight. Kids need to stay fit. Like, I feel like, yeah, again, with the rise of like just the internet, computers, more kids are less active today. I think these things sort of things are very important. But I guess for me as a parent, it comes down to the parent who's ultimately responsible for all these things to make sure your kids thinking critically, being fit, like being active, all that. Like, as much as you can have these PSAs targeted at the children, it's should be really targeted at the parents and giving them a kick to implement these things and take more care in how they raise their children.
But in all fairness, these Shadowless first edition mint Charizards go for like $500,000, so I totally understand going after it. 4 out of 10 for all 3 of these. Creepy slogan, but not scary enough to be effective. And now it's my turn to throw my hat in the ring for making PSAs for the children of today. Please hire me, Canada. Here you go. If you don't look both ways when you cross the highway.
Gave me quite the fright, but I had the green light. Green-faced blue hood stinky. This guy kidnapped Binky.
It does not look good. Time of death, 8:34 p.m.
Oh my god.
Look both ways when you cross the
So
street,
good.
or you
That
might
is a
get
very
hit
good
by
one.
someone.
I mean, I know that could be kind that you might be making that in jest, but that's actually very good. Like, it is definitely like memeable. It's fun to look at for children. It's like got those like bright colours and things that are very popular, but it's got like the deeper message as well. So I think that would be quite an effective way to display or present these sort of things these days.
Hear ye, hear ye. I demand you all to subscribe to
Yeah, Ginger Pale. I'll leave a link to the video in the description, so go subscribe to that channel. Very, very good, like pretty good, not just to see like the PSAs themselves, but get a bit like deeper thought about what message they were trying to convey and if it was effective or not, and yeah, the lack of PSAs today, which I feel like probably every time period probably needs things like this to, as I said, give the message to the child, but also give the parents a message, a reminder to try and implement these values or messages with their children. So tell me what you think about these. Tell me about some other Canadian PSAs that you remember as well. Thanks.